Welcome back to the channel, Freedom Flicker, everyone. Today, we're diving into a hot topic that's been buzzing on X. At 6:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on August 27th, 2025, a post by Nick Sortor has sparked intense debate. The post calls for President Trump to reclassify transgenderism, specifically gender dysphoria, as a mental illness and includes a striking image of Trump alongside transgender pride flags. With over 1,000 replies and counting, this is a conversation we can't ignore. We'll break it down, exploring the claims, the context, and the data. Let's get started. So what's this post about? Nick Sortor, a vocal commentator on X, posted this at 6:57 p.m. today, urging an executive order to reclassify gender dysphoria as a mental illness. He argues it's no longer acceptable to pretend it's not, and links it to a claim that no more children should die at the hands of trans people. The image pairs Trump with transgender pride flags, suggesting a policy shift. This taps into a broader narrative. Some say transgender identity is a mental health issue needing treatment, not affirmation. Others see it as a rights issue. Let's unpack the key points. First, the call to reclassify gender dysphoria. The DSM-5 TR, updated by the American Psychiatric Association, defines it as distress from a mismatch between one's gender identity and assigned sex, not a mental illness itself. Treatment focuses on alleviating distress, often through therapy or gender-affirming care. Sortor's push contradicts this, echoing older views when it was called gender identity disorder. Second, the safety claim. He implies a link between transgender individuals and violence, especially against children. This is a heavy accusation. Let's see if data backs it up. To understand this post, we need context. Since January 2025, under President Trump's new term, U.S. policy has shifted. Reuters reported that his administration recognizes only two immutable sexes, male and female, reversing Biden-era protections for transgender individuals. This aligns with Sortor's suggestion of an executive order. The ACLU warns this could lead to federal actions against trans-inclusive school policies, like restroom access or sports participation, citing Title IX violations. Historically, gender dysphoria's classification has evolved. The DSM-4 labeled it a disorder. The DSM-5 shifted to focus on distress, not identity. Some argue this change was political, not scientific, pointing to debates over transgender military service or firearm access, as mentioned in the thread. Others say it reflects growing evidence that affirmation, not reclassification, improves mental health. A 2024 Trevor Project survey found 59% of transgender youth face anxiety or depression, with many unable to access care. This complexity fuels the fire. Let's look at the data next. Now, let's tackle the big claim. Are transgender individuals a threat to children? Sortor and thread participants cite school shootings, like the 2023 Covenant School incident, where anti-trans rhetoric spiked per an MDPI study. But does this prove a pattern? The Human Rights Campaign documented 256 fatal violence cases against trans people since 2013, mostly young victims, not perpetrators. FBI crime stats show no significant correlation between transgender identity and violent crime rates. Mental health is another angle. The post suggests untreated gender dysphoria leads to violence. Yet, studies, like those in Endotext, show gender-affirming care reduces suicide risk by up to 73% in transgender youth. The thread's call for banning HRT or reopening asylums oversimplifies this. Violence is complex, tied more to access to care, poverty, and societal stigma than identity itself. So, is the post's narrative supported? The data suggests caution. Correlation isn't causation. This post isn't just about policy. It's a cultural flashpoint. Supporters argue it protects children and aligns with traditional values, pointing to rising anti-trans bills, 130 in 2021 alone per time. Critics say it stigmatizes a vulnerable group, with the ACLU ready to challenge such moves legally. The thread's tone, calling for asylums or bans, reflect frustration, but also risks fueling division. So, what do you think? Is reclassifying gender dysphoria the answer, or does it miss the mark? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to hear from you. This debate blends science, policy, and ethics. My take? Data suggests affirming care over reclassification, but the conversation needs nuance, not just headlines. Let's keep it respectful and evidence-based. That's it for today's deep dive. We've explored Nick Sortor's ex-post, its claims, the policy context, and the data behind it. This is a complex issue. Science and society are still catching up. If you found this helpful, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and hit the bell for notifications. Check the description for links to sources like the DSM-5, TR, Trevor Project, and more. What's next? Let me know what topics you'd like me to tackle. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.